Hold your noise! Hold your noise! You little devil, I'll cut your throat! Tell us your name, quick.
Pip.
Once more, give it mouth!
Pip!
Do you wish to see Miss Havisham?
Let me look at you. Come closer. What do you think of her?
I think she's very pretty.
You can break his heart.
It is the desire of the benefactor that he be brought up as a gentleman in London.
What do you think?
There are conditions, of course. The first is that the name of the benefactor remain a profound secret. The second being that you always retain the name
Pip.
He has come into a handsome fortune, and he has great expectations.
You know, I was very aware of the trap of characters like this, where you are, you know, you're the lead character and things happen to you. And yeah, there's a trap of playing a very passive sort of role in the movie. And I think that was, you know, that was my issue with some of the Pips I'd seen before. They're very kind of, you know, these wide-eyed, innocent, kind of fluffy characters, and I didn't think, you know, I thought they could, you know, this is someone. If you read Dickens for real, if you don't read it for the funny character, if you read it for real, then here's a child who is the victim of the most awful domestic violence. You know, he is abused, he is put down all his life, he lives an absolutely miserable, miserable upbringing. And this becoming a gentleman, this idea, it's not some sort of childish, whimsical thing. You know, this is a complete dark obsession. You know, this encompasses him. When Jaggers comes to tell him that he has great expectations, then, you know, that's it. He has tunnel vision, and this is why he's so awful to people. You know, if it means abandoning the one person that's ever been nice to him, then fine. And if it means not marrying the woman that he should marry, then fine. You know, that's what it takes. And, you know, there's a real ruthlessness in his climbing of the social ladder. You know, it's in this version he's not passive. It's the opposite. He's hard, and he's rough, and he's cruel. Yeah. It was, you know, it was funny because I signed up to this before the other actors, and before I knew that people like Helena, Bonham-Carter, and Fiennes and people were getting involved. And you know, I'd signed up because I thought it was a wonderful script, and because I wanted to work with Mike Newell. You know, I think he's just a fantastic director. I mean, you've seen Donnie Brasco and things like that. So I mean, I was, you know, it was kind of like the dream team of kind of like British actors coming together, and I was, you know, obviously these people are incredibly successful and, you know, very famous, and you know, you kind of have to not think about that. But I was just blown away by kind of how, you know, how, like Ray Fiennes, for example, you know, his commitment and intensity to a character, and, you know, he'd be kind of in the character, and, you know, we're just about to start saying, he goes, all right, Jeremy, let's improvise, and, you know, I'd kind of do an improvisation, and then Mike Newell would just kind of call action, we'd go into the scene, and, you know, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that for me. I'm just, you know, this little new kid, and, you know, their generosity and collaboration and willing to kind of really work with me. I couldn't kind of have to go home at the end of the day and just go, I can't believe I've been doing that. But yeah. Helena's great. Helena, I mean, just so funny. I mean, we had yeah, I don't know. Helen spent most of the time just trying to make me laugh in the middle of scenes. No, she's you know, we had I mean, fashion-wise, we had, you know, the costumes that we had were they're period costumes, but, you know, we were kind of making a modern movie in period costumes, and so the costumes are all very stylized. I mean, you know, you can see that. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
This isn't really what people. I mean, they're very kind of heightened and stylized, and all Pip's clothing is very dark and kind of, this kind of darkness to him. I mean, it's great. Helena does a thing where she creates a scent for every character, and I don't know about every character, but I know she does a lot. And you know, she had a perfume made for Miss Havisham, so she smelt of Miss Havisham. It's kind of this kind of old soapy kind of smell, and, you know, stuff like that. I just yeah, it's extraordinary. You know, her playfulness. You know, it's yeah, I think that's kind of why she's so good at what she does. You know, doesn't mind if something's not going to work. She just kind of plays with it, and it's infectious on set. Yeah.